What is up, guys, and welcome to another video. We are in the magical island of Ibiza, and today I will be getting off my nut. Not really. We'll be having a very healthy, productive day, staying away from all of the parties and the temptation, and I'll be taking you through a full day of what I eat and how I train on a typical day in Ibiza. So just taking a short walk, it's like 10 minutes, to my favorite breakfast spot, Passion, in the marina. And it's funny, when you wake up at 9 o'clock, you see a completely different side to Ibiza. You see all the people who are probably not about the sesh life and actually like to wake up early and on top of their fitness. Anyway, we're here. The old Passion used to be there, and it's now in this new little conglomeration of restaurants and cafes. Pretty sizable menu, offering almost everything you could possibly want for breakfast anyway. And then we've got all the juices and stuff on this side. So this is the breakfast like a boss. We've got a burger here, the finest beef, got some potatoes. I asked for poached egg, and I got an extra 3 poached eggs. And then on top of that, I've got an immunity booster, which is carrot, apple, orange, fennel, turmeric. We've actually got 2 burgers. The potatoes are probably a little bit unnecessary. They are fried, but they're so good. So after this meal, we've got a lot of fats, we've got a lot of protein. I'm probably going to feel quite full and satisfied for a large chunk of the day. So, ideal, really. Right, guys, let's see what the whip of choice is for this trip. We have a brand new Range Rover Sport. Now, this was not actually the first choice, believe it or not. I wanted the Jeep. But the Jeep that I wanted, somebody crashed a week ago, so this was the alternative. I drove an old one before, but I've never driven a brand new one. And this one, I mean, this one really is brand new. I think it's got 30 kilometers on the clock. No, 47 kilometers. Smelling like the absolute newest premium leather. I've never actually been to this beach before. Best thing to do is to park near the top and then just walk down. It is a little bit uneven, the surface, so you got to keep your eyes on where you're walking, but it's a good bit of cardio. Word on the street is this was once upon a time supposed to be a hotel, but it was abandoned, which is a shame because it could have turned out to be a pretty good hotel. Guys, we made it. We made it. I wouldn't say it's busy, but I also wouldn't say it's quiet. I don't think there is really any beaches on the island that are going to be super quiet in the summer. Maybe ones that you can only access by boat. But we ain't got a boat today. This is a vibe. There's literally titties everywhere. I'm probably going to have to blur some stuff out. It's one of the reasons why this island is so good. Just free-spirited island. People do what they want. No rules. Be yourself. Be free. Who cares what other people think? You don't get judged here. You can be whoever you want to be. We got the fish. And we got the chicken. And maybe we'll get some desserts.
Amazing! Oh my god!
We cannot find it.
Yes, you have something spicy.
Picante.
Picante,
maybe.
to a place called Remedy Rocks, where they have some of the latest gadgets, and I should hopefully be able to use them and rejuvenate myself and extend my lifespan. Hello. Good, how are you? 5 degrees, 7 degrees, 10 degrees. Consultation room. We have, looks like, light therapy room and cryo chamber with some more red light goodness. So, on my way to get some hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and I think whilst I'm here for the next hour, I'm going to discuss some of the benefits that this treatment does provide. Only kidding. However, if you do want to look a little bit more into what this is all about, I highly recommend you check out Brian Johnson's most recent video, because he's seriously geeking out on all this stuff. For those who don't know, this is a medical treatment where a patient breathes in pure oxygen inside a pressurized chamber, increasing the amount of oxygen dissolved in the blood and the tissues. Feeling good, feeling good. So after the oxygen therapy, I also had a little bit of cryo action. Really cool place that opened a couple of months ago, and it's just what the island needed, really. There's been a lack of biohacking wellness places, and I feel like they'll be opening up a lot more of them soon. Anyway, now it's time to train. Heading to currently probably one of my favorite gyms on the island, VIP Gym Ibiza. Has the biggest selection of equipment, I'd say. I like to mix up and train at different places, but if I'm having a big nasty session like today, training legs, the VIP is the place to be. So starting off today's session, no warm-up, we're just getting right into it, maximum weight. Only kidding. I did a fair few warm-up sets before I got onto this. My working weight, where I'll be doing 2 sets. Now the focus of me doing this is to target my glutes, so keeping an eye on foot positioning and torso angle is going to determine where you place the tension. I'm aiming for 8 reps, don't really want to do more than that, so this was a decent weight for hitting that. I must say I'm feeling the strongest I've felt for a long time. Why? Probably because I'm not drinking anymore, I'm sleeping pretty good, and I'm also reducing the amount of reps I'm doing. I'm just really trying to go as heavy as possible for 5 to 8 repetitions. Once I've done that first leg, I'm going to rest a little bit, because going straight into the second leg will be extremely challenging. So I'll wait for my heart rate to go down again, and then I'll get that other leg done. Now the reason why I like to do this on the Smith machine is because I don't have to worry about stabilizing the weight. Whenever you're doing a free weight, for example, if you're doing this with a barbell or with a dumbbell, you spend a lot of your focus and energy just trying to stabilize your body, and it actually restricts how heavy you can lift. And the whole purpose of doing this is to lift as heavy as possible. So for me, the Smith machine Bulgarian split squat is a winning exercise, an absolute wonder for bunda building. Next, heading on to hip thrust. This machine from Techno Gym is okay, it's probably not the best. One of the problems I had was the pad was already bent and was at an angle, and the handle itself was wobbling all over the place, and my feet were slipping. So, not really ideal, but still got the job done. Once again, I'm aiming for 6 to 8 reps and only doing 2 working sets. Next we're working on the hamstrings, but this piece of equipment is utter trash in my opinion. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this, but it feels so uncomfortable for me when I do it. I don't think Techno Gym have actually released a seated leg curl that is good. As far as I know, they don't have it, so instead of seated leg curl, which would be my number 1 choice, I'm going to do a lying leg curl instead. All you're going to do if you want to execute this one properly is just ensure that you are keeping everything locked into position. You shouldn't be lifting your butt off the pad too much. you should kind of be thrusting into it to ensure that you maintain all that tension from the weight on your hamstrings. Nice controlled movements. 3 sets for this one because it's not too taxing. The next, onto leg extension. This is an okay machine. I prefer it if I get a little bit more of a stretch at the bottom of the movement. I feel as though I'm only really working the range from when I'm fully locked out to when my knees are bent at 90 degrees. I feel like we're missing out on a bit of range of motion, but still better than nothing. Very good exercise. Hitting the quads. I stacked it. Feeling strong, feeling good. 3 sets again because not too much of a taxing exercise. Now we're moving on to leg press. I actually love this leg press machine because of the platform and just the way the whole machine moves. I feel as though I get a good range of motion on this one. I'm doing this one specifically to target more of my glutes, so I'm placing my feet a little bit higher and wider on the platform. You can also do this one for quads if you wanted to, but glutes is more of a priority at the moment with my training programming because my quads are looking all right. 8 to 10 reps on this one, 2 working sets, and we are done. Right then, time to do a food shop just to get some essential supplies. There is a massive Mercadona on the island, but I'm not going to be doing a huge amount of cooking. I just need like snacks and beverages and protein things. So there's 2 places which I usually go to. First one, Ben's Bio Market, which has loads of cool stuff. Hello. Cute dog. With these type of shops, you will find the healthiest version of all of your favorite foods most of the time. All of the ingredients of the highest quality. Unfortunately, that means it is more expensive. I'll usually tend to come into this shop to get some essential toiletries and stock up on jerky before heading over to one of my other favorite shops. This is where I'll go to the second shop to get some other supplies. This is actually owned by the same person who owns Passion, so you know it's good stuff. This one is more of a deli, I guess. It's more of a fast food, healthy takeout place. The protein shakes and smoothies are amazing, the healthiest. They have some sex honey, some brain honey, all types of nuts, dried fruits, healthy desserts. And one of my favorites, which I always come here for, is the fresh juices and the cold brew.
So what this is doing now is charging it with a quantum energy. So this quantum energy is now, all your food is being charged. It takes 1 to 3 minutes.
Really?
In there. They were... Yeah?
This beef organs, grass-fed. This is what I was looking for. I actually ran out of my beef organ supplements. So this is pretty good. We've got liver, kidney, and heart. Also, cannot forget the sups. I'll have this with my meals twice a day. We got the customized supplements from Bionic, which was put together for me after a blood test, which I did like 2 months ago. And then I have, what's the recommended amount? 4 capsules of the fish oils per day. So this is pretty ideal. It's like literally everything that my body needs. I don't need to go around with a big friggin' giant pack of supplements or like 20 jars. It's all in here. So let's have a little tour of this cute little Airbnb, which I specifically chose for 2 reasons. 1, location, Talamanca, and 2, this view. That is absolutely stunning, overlooking Talamanca Bay. The apartment itself it's all right. It's just extremely dated. It even smells like my grandma and grandpa's old house. It has so much potential. All it needs is a bit of TLC and some interior design work. It's spacious. That's what I need. I just need a bit of space. There are some pretty dope villas, but I'm not going to spend thousands and thousands of euros on villas with like 5 bedrooms when I'm just traveling by myself. It doesn't make any sense. And then we have this lovely little outdoor area. and a little garden that goes straight onto the rocks. The issue with that is it's very rocky, and I don't like putting my bare foot down on the unknown, the potentially hazardous unknown. So we had to go and buy these from Decathlon. Oh yeah, come on, the scuba shoes. Although they're not that thick, so if there is going to be any sea urchins down there, I'm probably fucked either way. But it's better than nothing. Actually, what's quite funny is I went down wearing the shoes earlier, and there's like literally no grip because I fell over and I was filming, so you can all enjoy this clip. What the hell is that? Is that the naughty boy chair? Actually, no. That's the tripping balls chair. Since we are in Ibiza, that's probably the chair that you sit on when you've taken a load of mushrooms and you just want to stare at the friggin' plants and the sky, stars. In fact, this little crop of land I've never stayed on. I've stayed in a lot of places in Ibiza, but this might be my new favourite, purely because of the peace and the quiet and the fact I have my own little bay and swimming area. Peace and privacy is definitely the new luxury. Won't be getting any of this on JBR Beach. I don't know why they've renamed the Ushuaia Tower the Unexpected Hotel. That's interesting. Holy shit, this is new. Got a brand new shopping area with bougie shops by the looks of it. I think Playa de Bossa needed a massive makeover, to be honest, because things were getting a little bit old and tired, especially the hotels and stuff, so it's slowly getting renovated. Bora Boro's been taken over, and that is now Playa Soleil. You got High, you got Ushuaia. A couple of the hotels, there's some like boutique hotels, which actually look alright. They've been taken over and been done up. But there's still Jet Apartments is still there, looking absolutely tired. That needs to be knocked down or taken over. That is the best name ever. Cheeky One. Cheeky One. Cheeky One. Anyone in the mood for a cheeky one? Not me. Anyway, the reason why I've come all the way to these ends is because there's a little spot called La Chiqueria. Take a wild guess as to what they serve. That's right, folks. They specialize in chicken. And since I'm a man who's on a mission to meet his protein requirements, La Chiqueria is just the spot that will suffice. Tail for one?
Yes, outside, inside.
Outside probably. This is a very steady menu. We got rotisserie chicken, barbecue spare ribs, chicken satay, skirt steak, a load of dishes to share, and the burgers. Since there's a whole dedicated section to burgers, it's probably going to be quite good. Let's probably skip that part. And then the sides. Oh god. Sweet potato fries, too naughty that. Right, where to even begin with this feast? We've got the half rack of ribs here, the grilled vegetables, half a chicken, and the mashed sweet potatoes. If I'm being honest, I probably would not normally go for the ribs, but since I'm here and since I'm trying to, you know, show you guys a little taster of what's on the menu, I thought I'd have to get the ribs as well. I've been active today as well. We trained, we've done a lot of walking, especially going down to that bay. that was a lot of walking downhill and uphill, so yeah, got the steps in. Trained, pretty nasty session. Outrageous.
Y os traigo los bocadillos en un momento. Que disfrutéis. Falta algo de bebida o algo.
That is extremely reasonably priced for the amount of food which I had. You the boss man?
I'm the boss man.
That was the best meal I've had in a long time.
You're kidding me?
Very good. I had to get the ribs as well.
You haven't tried the ribs?
Yes, I tried it.
You have?
I got the ribs, I got the chicken, I got everything.
Okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that, man.
We're out here in the marina. Marina Botafogo. Marina Botafogo. Just gonna wrap up the day with a tea, a cappuccino. This is the spot. You know, to be fair, they do a very good Thai curry, which I would have had if I wasn't at Le Chicory Diddly Doo. Where's the tea? Oh, there's the tea. So folks, that is a full day of eating. Now obviously, no chance I'm going to be able to track accurately what I had in terms of total calorie intake, protein, carbs and fats, but I think it's safe to say that protein requirement has been met, and I don't think we went overboard on the rest, to be honest. It was all pretty healthy, and I was active and I trained, so that is just a typical day of me eating, training and living the life in Ibiza. Probably quite different to what many would expect visiting this island, but to be honest, I just love to chill here, and I got a lot of the partying out of my system. Although I will be back in a couple of weeks, and I will probably have to review the new nightclub Universe, because I'm just curious to see what it's like. But I don't like late parties. I like a day party, to be honest. So that is that. Of course, guys, check out the app, Thirst app, tracking macros and the new training split. And I'll see you in the next video.
You just gotta live with it. Real life.